Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dave Blanchard, the CEO of the Augmandino Group, and I'm here with a very special friend, Thea Wood. And Thea has on her head one of my favorite hats. I wear one too. Kick fear in the face. Kick fear in the face. I remember when she came up with this idea, and now she's building an entire company around it. And Thea, can they go to kickfearintheface.com? Is that where we'd send them?
All the gear is, and yeah.
Go to Kick Fear in the Face, get some of this gear. It does something to you when you wear it. Because we all are kind of, holding back. We're a little concerned with, kick fear in the face, make the decisions, get on with life. So thank you, Thea. Appreciate your inspiration. I've had the privilege of personally coaching with Thea, and it may sound self-serving for me to ask her how it was. I don't know what she's going to say, so this will be interesting for all of us. But I want to do this personally, just because of my love for her and her husband, Doug, and their family. Thea, we're going to have people that are going to watch this testimonial.
Yeah.
And I remember early on in our discussions, it was just life, right? And you're just kind of getting your business going, and people see someone who's wildly successful, and if you saw their home and you knew their annual income, you'd go, holy Toledo, they don't have any problems. Life is there for all of us. And the concern we have is sometimes we wait till we have the money to hire coaches, when in fact it's wise to invest in the journey, because that helps us get there sooner. Yeah. Thea, for those who are watching this, would you just share a little bit of your experience of going through coaching, and especially for those who are kind of going, is this really for me? What would you want to say to them?
Yeah, I would say if the Augmandino Group, if Dave has somehow come into your world, there's a reason. And Dave actually was doing an assessment through your, what was it called at the time? Is it Habit Finder? Or
it was called Intentional Creation. The new version, latest version is called Habit Finder.
Yeah. Yep. And we did that assessment, and you were debriefing with me at the time, I remember. And I remember feeling so safe that here I was my greatest weaknesses and my greatest strengths were being fully exposed. And I just remember feeling so safe, and that this was a space that I could, my son is probably going to come join us. He's having a hard time this morning. So welcome. I'm a mama of 3. So, and actually, if we think about it, the oldest, the 13-year-old just grabbed the 2-year-old, and they're trying to go back out to play. But at the time, Dave, I had this desire in me to have another child. We were having massive success in our business. Yet I didn't know how to navigate that success, and step fully into it. We had moved here from Portland, Oregon to Arizona. And I just remember you helped me navigate. You didn't sit there and talk at me. You would listen, and you would help me self-discover. And I had been through other environments where I was coached, or, marriage conferences we had gone to. I mean, obviously, yes, you did help and coach me through, and, through the scrolls and everything. But a lot of it was you helping me just discover, okay, once I made that decision, you helped me with the action steps to move forward and stop this systemic thought process that was going on in my mind, and help me to be awakened and to have that metacognition. I remember that word, thinking, I don't even know. Dave would start using words. You would use words, and I'm like, I have never heard of that word, but I'm going to go Google that. And then you would explain it to me. And that is probably the biggest thing that I took away from my time in coaching with you, and that I continue to, you've been open to letting me text you here and there, and I love that, and celebrating along the way. But the metacognition of being thinking what I'm thinking about and taking my power back and just processing through that. So I don't, you know, Dave, like you met me where I was at, and you know, now obviously our life has like totally transformed from the time we engaged with you. And I really feel like you were a true godsend in our life. Yes, it was an investment. I think even at that time, it was an investment for us, but we knew like if we kept doing what we were doing, it wasn't going to get us to where we wanted to go. And we had like big dreams within us. We still have big dreams within us. And so keeping you in our corner, keeping the Augmentino group, I listen to the scrolls. I mean, sometimes I'm a mama of 3, so it's in my shower. It's in my car. Sometimes I can't even watch it and listen to them in my car anymore because with kids, but I get them in. So Dave, I'm so grateful. It's been an amazing journey, and I really feel like, you know, the process of going through the scrolls and connecting with you has been a game changer for us.
Thank you. It was really an honor for me. And it's so fun when somebody takes a principle and just runs with it. Just takes it and runs with it. You use the word metacognition. For those who are watching this saying, what is that? For those listening, it's the greatest gift we've been given, one of the greatest at least. It's the ability to step back and reflect on our own thinking and choose to change thoughts that aren't serving us and to maximize those that are. Uniquely human. There's not another creature on this planet that can step back and do this. And you know where we start? And I appreciate you talking about the assessment. We spent 18 years and $2 million perfecting that assessment. It's called the Habit Finder. We offer it to everyone for free. We keep having consultants saying to us, you need to charge for this. Well, we're still doing it for free. It's habitfinder.com, habitfinder.com. You get to go take an assessment. And Thea, right now, we're allowing those who take the assessment to spend 30 minutes with a client relationship manager who we've trained to help with understanding their assessment more, to see if they're ready to make a decision. They're not salespeople, by the way. If someone says, what do I do now? How do I take this and do something with it? They'll turn you over to someone who can help you get into the right program. But they're just to serve you. Great word, metacognition. It's like the gift the human being has been given, and very few of us actually
know about it.
Know about it. Wow, what a deal. Wow.
It's been a game changer for me. So yeah, I would say take that assessment, you know, and just one step at a time. That's how this relationship took place for us. It was like Dave and the Augmentino group came into our life, and it was like, okay, there's something here. And it's been hugely beneficial in the long run. And now many of the people that we know, like we've referred and we've, you know, and I was just talking before, I won't say their names, but a couple that, you know, just the revolution and the transformation that has taken place in both of them individually, the confidence, the growth, the personal development, and also their cohesiveness as a couple because of the journey and that they've partnered with you and they've linked arms with you to do the hard stuff. And I mean, I'm not saying like when you engage, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be safe. It's a safe space. Dave creates a safe space. The team creates a safe space. Whoever you know, I know it's not just always you, Dave. So you create a safe space for us to be able to unpack and then also learn the skill sets to create the future that we so desire.
Thank you. You know, we do have 50 coaches, every one of them handpicked.
Yeah.
We only train 5 at a time, Thea.
Wow. Okay.
We're not in the coached training business. We're in the business of training coaches to serve clients. So we're very careful who we pick, and then we only train a few each year and bring them totally up to speed. And so you can know that if we assign somebody or connect somebody with a coach, they're gonna have a good experience. But I love what you said. It's not about deciding if I'm going to coach or not. It's making the decision to go to habitfinder.com, take the assessment, and find out what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I keep crashing into this glass wall. I got blood on my forehead, and I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
We can finally measure with laser accuracy using mathematical science. This is Cantor's transfinite calculus. How a person thinks. And our habits of thinking, as we've talked about to you over the years, our habits of thinking impact every facet of our lives. Are your habits supporting you? You also said you couldn't get to where you wanted to go, if I can paraphrase, thinking the way you were thinking at the time. So we work on those thoughts so we can experience the growth that we desire. One last question. I just want you to go into your heart for a moment. You are such an inspired human being and inspire so many. I wish I could be more specific with those watching this, but you also don't drink your Kool-Aid, which is really cool. Could you just go into your heart for a moment and just share whatever comes up? I absolutely trust your heart. You know that. Mm-hmm. Just anything that you feel someone might want to hear, just whatever comes to your heart. If there's nothing left, that's okay. But if there is, just go into that space and just share with us what comes out.
Yeah, well, I do cry often. It's kind of my spiritual gift. But because I just, my heart just bleeds for the world and just wants to better humanity. And so if you're on the other side, listening to this, being, kind of awakened or inspired, my belief would be that we all have a flicker within each one of us. And, it's just somebody needs to come along and pour that gasoline, on it. And there's a reason that you're listening to this video. And there is a reason that the world aligned Dave Blanchard's steps and Doug and I's steps along the way, because we had this flicker. We knew okay, we haven't tapped into fully the capacity that how God had designed us. There's something more, there's a deeper fire in us, but we just don't know how to get this going. And the kerosene and the love and the that you poured on us and the wisdom has allowed us to come into to totally transform. I mean, I am a different person than 4 years ago when we connected, Dave. I mean, I'm and it's never finished. And so that's why I keep myself surrounded by like-minded people that inspire me, encourage me in going after those crazy, audacious, crazy goals that I have. So if you're one of those people out there, I have these crazy goals, there's a there's a flicker in me. I just don't know how I don't know how. I know what I want, but I don't know how. And that's what this process has done for Doug and I. It gave us the how. It gave us the steps to come together, learn how to communicate, be effective in that area of our life, so that we could go after, and kick fear in the face and create this movement and be the best mom and the wife, not best, but become daily, show up the best I can. And so I don't know, there's a reason that you're listening to this. I just extend love to you in the sense that, take the next step and trust the process.
Oh, There's a reason why we say friends for life, right? Yeah. Friends for life. That's what we create at the Og Mandino Group, friends for life. Yeah. Go take your habitfinder.com, take the assessment, let us serve you. Mm-hmm. And Thea, thank you for serving us. Yeah. Thank you for serving.